As some of you know, working in your roles in Atlantic City and certainly the freeholder of the commission saw over the last few years, Senator Brown was very effective in fighting back on North Jersey and Meadowlands casinos. You saw some of the headlines. Michelle Post did an article today about the Atlantic City Board of Education. When they did that bill in 2016, it did not include direct oversight of the Board of Education. Came to light with this situation with Stockton University with the boathouse, where there are some questions about what happened with the situation with Stockton being kicked out of the Atlantic City boathouse, having to go to Brigantine, but that generated some concern. And so when I went to the DCA, Local Government Services, and said, why did you not take a look at that situation and review it and comment on it? They said, well, we don't have any direct oversight of the Board of Education. Went back to Trenton, the Office of Legislative Services, and said, why did that occur? And they said the Department of Education, of course, has monitors, because the aid that the Atlantic City District gets, I think they had 2 monitors, but Local Government Services does not have oversight of the Board of Education. And so there's just a disconnect there. As I said earlier, now is the time to collaborate, to communicate, to work together. And so introduced a bill that would kind of get that collaboration going, where Local Government Services would have oversight of the Atlantic City Board of Education. They would then be able to work with the Department of Education monitors, and I just feel that that is critical. We all know you guys have been in various government positions over your careers. The Board of Education, just about every situation, is the biggest tax burden you have. And so if you are going to try to stabilize city finances, how can you not have oversight of the Board of Education? And so that is the first topic I bring to you. Got to have Local Government Services have oversight of everything. The entire region is so dependent on what happens in the city of Atlantic City. One option was bankruptcy. Second option was the takeover. Initially 5 years. Governor Murphy, even though he is of the same party as the local elected officials in Atlantic City, has now extended that for another 4 years. What that did, as you probably know, essentially diverted money which had previously gone to the Casino Reinvestment Development Authority to the city of Atlantic City to pay off some of the city's debt service. The city had gotten itself into a situation where the debt was unsustainable, and so we now have taken, since 2016, somewhere in the neighborhood of $222 million from the CRDA to prop up city finances. That, of course, has resulted in a situation where money for projects, for redevelopment, for reinvestment, transportation, marketing, cleanup, safety, all of the things we all talk about Atlantic City needing is not there anymore. It has affected everything that is going on in the city of Atlantic City. There was a bill that came up last week that would divert another, depending on the numbers, somewhere 5 million to 10 million more from the CRDA to the city of Atlantic City. I opposed it because without reinvesting and redeveloping that city, at this point in time, with the additional competition coming, that city is in a perilous spot. All the residents will suffer, the tourism industry will suffer, and so I do not think that now is the time to be diverting any additional money from the CRDA to the city of Atlantic City. We got to all start communicating and working together, because we don't have a whole lot of time with the city of Atlantic City with the additional competition coming. So.